Kate Humble shows how to trick mushrooms into fruiting as she heads off the beaten track in North Wales tonight at 7 over on BBC Two Wales. I'm looking forward to this as I'm such a fun guy. It's 17 minutes to 1 and I'm feeling a sense of achievement as this is the first BBC One Wales late shift I've done for a long time. Somewhere there's a button to press to take us to the BBC News channel. Hang on. There it is. Capitalism, homelessness and compassion topics, or even topics, good grief, speak boy, under discussion in This Week. Next. Meet the pedigree porkers who are helping bring home the bacon in the family farm later at 6 on BBC One Wales. I'm sorry, that was a ham-fisted attempt at a pun and I hope it didn't bore you.
Dry and fairly clear overnight. Another warm, muggy night, a little bit cooler in central areas. And then tomorrow we have more fine weather. We've got a camera in the way at the moment, so I do apologise. Don't think that's happened before. Sorry about that.
It's 2:45. I'm told this is normally the time my Auntie Dillis gets up for a cup of tea and a digestive, so hello Auntie Dillis. Anyway, if you're having a cuppa, heading to bed, or just wishing you'd picked Senegal in the office sweepstake, this is Al Dupre wishing you a pleasant night. What's left of it. Good night.
The heat continues for England and Wales into Friday. Cools off a little bit in Scotland and Northern Ireland. Chance of a thundery breakdown later in the weekend.
Oops. We've live cricket tomorrow evening. Prize Porkers Ahoy now on BBC One Wales. No, it's not a Margaret Rutherford film. We're back at the Royal Welsh Show. Watch your step. You're about to enter a property that's an absolute mess next on BBC One Wales with Homes Under the Hammer. And before Mrs. Svensson says anything, no, it's not mine. August the 1st, and last night I dreamt it was too late for me to write any Christmas cards, so the bloke in the shop suggested I send out-of-date Battenberg cakes instead. I'm your announcer today on BBC One Wales. Wish me luck. Enthusiasm, tension and some hot gavel action next on BBC One Wales. We're bargain hunting. You know, seeing all these sausage dogs reminds me of a line from Margaret Rutherford in Murder at the Gallop. The law may have a long arm, Inspector. Unfortunately, I haven't. Good night.
7:35 on BBC One.
When did continental quilts start being called duvets? Jules is on an odyssey with a buyer who wants to go back to her roots and escaped the country at 3 this afternoon. Last night I dreamed Margaret Rutherford was giving guided tours of Welsh woodlands. I suggested we made a programme and called it Rutherford Country, but Mr. Stringer came along and said no. Oh well, if you're off to bed now, I hope you have pleasant dreams. Good night. Saturday morning on BBC One Wales, and don't forget the clocks go back tonight, so I hope you've kept the receipt.
Time for the weather forecast now with me. Good morning. We are in for a pretty windy day. There is a yellow warning in place for the strong winds.
There's been great excitement in your announcer's bedroom. I've taken delivery of one of those memory foam mattresses. I don't know whose memories were put in it, but I've been having some rather bizarre dreams recently. However, having been with you on BBC One Wales tonight, I can confirm to my brain that the lady in our Christmas symbols is not Margaret Rutherford. Whatever dreams your mattress brings you, I hope they're as interesting. Good night. Well, we're into Christmas Eve and the end of my final shift this year on BBC One Wales. I appear to have the day off today and I'm moving next door to BBC Two Wales for Christmas night. So before I hand us over to the BBC News channel, may I wish you a very Merry Christmas and I hope Santa fills your stocking when he comes. Good night.